Hello, dear ones. Father Peter John here. Greetings from South Fairfax Road in Bloomington, Indiana. All Saints Orthodox Church. Christ is risen. I want to talk today about Elijah and Elisha and Elijah's being carried to heaven in a fiery chariot. Elijah, we're told, went to Gilgal, which is where Elisha lived, and there was also a school of prophets there. And probably he went there to greet Elisha and these other prophets because he and they knew that he was going to be taken up to heaven. Somehow word gets around. And so anyway, as Elijah's getting ready to leave Gilgal, he says goodbye to Elisha. And Elisha says, "No, my Lord, as I live, I will not leave your side." He refuses to leave his side. He wants to be with Elijah as long as Elijah's left on the earth. So Elijah and Elisha go on to Bethel, and then they go on to Jericho, and then they go on to the Jordan River. And they're there at the Jordan River, and there's 50 men that have followed them or accompanied them there. And they get to the edge of the Jordan, and Elijah takes his mantle, and he rolls it up, and he strikes the Jordan. And all of a sudden, the waters part, and there's dry land. The bed of the River Jordan is dry for Elijah and Elisha to walk across. And so they go and they walk across, and Elijah says to Elisha, he says, "Ask, is there anything that I can do for you before I'm taken up?" And Elisha says something very interesting. And I'd like to read more commentary on this. I haven't seen a whole lot, but here goes. Elisha says to Elijah, "Please give me allow that a double portion of your spirit may be given to me, or may be upon me." And Elijah looks at him and he says, "This is a hard thing that you ask. Nevertheless, if you see me when I'm taken up, it will be so. If you don't see me, then it won't be so." So as they are still speaking, all of a sudden, there is this sound, and the chariot of fire descends from heaven, pulled by these horses of God, these horses of fire. And it swoops down and picks up Elijah and carries him up into the sky. And Elisha's watching this, and he's looking up, and he sees him being carried off into heaven. And as he's being carried off, his mantle comes falling to the ground. Well, Elijah had said, "If you see me when I'm being taken up, then it will be so." So Elisha reached down and picked up Elijah's mantle, and he cries out, "My father, my father, the chariot and horses of Israel." He takes this mantle then, and I mean, we try to think in human terms of what is going through Elisha's mind right now. I mean, he knew Elijah's reputation. He had seen some of the powerful things that Elijah had done. But Elisha, as yet, even though he had been anointed prophet in Elijah's place, and he'd now asked for a double portion of Elijah's spirit to be down upon him, you got to think, he's got to be wondering, do these wings really fly? Does this cape really work? Can I do what Elijah did? Is it real? So Elisha takes the mantle and he says, "God of Elijah, where are you?" And he takes the mantle, he rolls it up, and he strikes the River Jordan, right? He's trying it out. And as the mantle hits the waters are parted. So again, I don't want to be overly sentimental here, but just standing next to Elisha, one can only imagine, as he sees the waters parted, that incredible sense of maybe relief. This works! In any case, Elisha has received this new power from God, this double portion of Elijah's spirit. And we're going to follow Elisha through some of his actions and activities and encounters in the days to come, and find out a little bit about what it means to have a double portion of Elijah's spirit upon him. Through the prayers of Elijah the prophet, O Lord Jesus Christ our God, have mercy upon us and save us. Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen.